Okay, homework number 11 is midpoint, distance, and Pythagorean theorem. So the midpoint formula, remember the midpoint formula is what you're looking at. If you have 2 points and you're trying to find the middle of those 2 points. So what is that point that's in the middle of these 2 points we started with? And we have a formula for that. It's x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay, this, when we did the chapter test on this, a lot of you were trying to type these parentheses and this comment into your calculator. You can't do that. You have to do it in parts. So as we go through this, I'll remind you of how to do that in parts. We are going to do just one example of how to do this because it's pretty straightforward. We know this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, and we just plug them in. So we've got negative 3 plus 4 divided by 2, 6 plus negative 2 divided by 2. And let me show you how you type that in if you're going to be using a calculator on that. That one's simple enough that some of you will probably do it in your head, but let's just make sure we get it typed into the calculator correctly if we're choosing to use the calculator. So we want to type negative 3 plus 4 first, and then hit enter, and then divide that 1 by 2, so that our calculator does it in the correct order. So this order pair is 0.5, and then we'll do 6 plus negative 2, hit enter, and then divide it by 2. So the saying is, if I were to graph these 2 points, negative 3, 6, and 4, negative 2, they would have a middle point of 0.5 and 2. And you can see that does look like the middle of these 2 points. It is an ordered pair, so this first number tells you how far right we went, or the x value. The second number told us how far up we went, or the y value. So it's just an ordered pair telling us x and y. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the distance formula, and we're going to use these same 2 ordered pairs for it. The distance formula is how you find the length between 2 points. So if you know you've got this point and this point, and you want to know how long that distance is, we use the Pythagorean theorem, or this formula right here. x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, all inside the square root. And that's just, that comes from the Pythagorean theorem, so it has the squared in it and the square root, like the Pythagorean theorem. We'll see that Pythagorean theorem on the next slide. So I'm just going to plug these points in. x1, y1, x2, y2. So we have the square root of negative 3 minus 4 squared plus 6 minus negative 2 squared. And this one is nice where you can type these into your parentheses because the answer is just a single length. It's not an ordered pair consisting of both an x value and a y. It's just one single length. You're allowed to type that whole thing in your calculator at once. So second x squared, and if you're using your phone calculator, there is an x squared button on that as well. And you can type the whole thing in at once. If you've got your phone turned sideways, you can use parentheses and all that kind of stuff. So just type it all in at once. Negative 3 minus 4, or negative 7 squared. Uh-oh, I forgot a parenthesis. I've got to go back and fix that. So to fix it, if I'm using this calculator, I can just go second delete, and that's actually inserting a spot. And I can push that parenthesis in. Okay, and then plus 6 minus 2, and then 6 minus a negative 2 squared, so that's actually 8 squared. We get 10.6 as our answer. Okay, that's distance formula. If you haven't done so yet, I would recommend writing this distance formula down, write the midpoint formula down, and then the Pythagorean theorem is the last thing I want to review. We made it so all these problems on the Pythagorean theorem are the same. Get this bigger. every single one of them, you're going to be looking for this longest piece, and that's called the hypotenuse. To find it, you do the square root of small number squared plus big number squared. So we're just going to do the square root of 7.2 squared plus 9.6 squared. And the order actually doesn't matter on that. You can do 9.6 squared plus 7.2 squared. Get the same answer. Then we just type it into our calculator. So square root of 7.2 squared plus 9.6 squared is 12. Oh, that's nice. It's just a straightforward, no decimal answer. Okay. Oh, and it does have, this problem does have units on it. It's feet. I think this problem actually came from the homework too. I think this was number 10 on the homework. Okay, you're going to work on the homework for homework 11.